say both. I think first is very important to limit a bit the scope, because I don't think we will see cars where you walk in and then press a button, take me to A from B, and there is no steering wheel, nothing. I think we will have a conventional car which is used when it's nice to drive, when it's joyful, but then you reach a certain passage where you have a queue situation, and I think you will see then on the screen autonomous drive possible, and then you would press the auto function more or less as you do today with an adaptive cruise control. And I think that is realistic also if you take into safety into consideration, because I mean in downtown areas you have dogs, children, whatever, and there is road construction going on. It is a very dangerous and really tricky situation. I don't think that is necessary. So automate the boring part of driving, release free up time to let people do something more interesting than just sitting there waiting.
Now let me ask you about that free time. What will Volvo do as a company to help occupy that free time? Some car makers will say, we're just going to create autonomy and that's as far as we go. Others say we can become more of a partner in that experience when you have a time for other experiences, richer media coming in the car. Would you envision Volvo becoming a curator of content and services in the car that can fill that recaptured time?
In a way, I think you have to leave it to the customer really to decide what they do with that time. But I think we should be very open and not trying to fence out or invite special programming or content that we like. So I think we will have a very open attitude, and I think we would like to invite both Apple CarPlay, Google into our cars to offer an alternative, and then it's up to the customers to choose what to do. And I think we have to be a bit humble also to understand we have no ideas of what people will make of this 30 minutes a day that we will just free up.
Volvo's expression of CarPlay, it's very early days still, but in the technology samples I've seen, you're doing something other car makers don't do as much. You're really integrating CarPlay and Volvo interface very much side by side, coexisting, where other car makers tend to keep them teased apart. You can go into their interface or CarPlay. You seem to have a happier marriage. What's your thinking?
Now we want to integrate them. I think we will have in the car, of course, functionality that's absolutely captive. I mean, communication with our service station, and also of course we have a lot of know-how how information is presented in the car in a safe way, so that we will do. But I think also we would have a certain section of the touchscreen where you could see an Android device, Google or an Apple CarPlay, and then it's up to the customer. If he presses Apple, then of course the normal Apple screen will pop up in a more sort of mirroring type of functionality, and I think you should let the customer decide if he wants to use Google Maps or if he wants to use a captive navigation system in our car. I think that would be really smart.
My last question for you is, Volvo is known for safety. It's a reputation that no car company would mind having, certainly, so I'm sure you're very pleased to carry that into this new era. As we look at the autonomous future, is safety still your main message, or is it more of a technology message? What is your number one? If you was one word that goes with Volvo, could you choose one?
I would still say protecting what's important for you, the safety of your family, and then the environmental performance of the car. But safety is something where I think also we are credible. We've been working with that since 1927, so why not build from that? But take that into the new world using modern technology, and I think autonomous drive is probably one of the most powerful ways of reducing accidents in the future, because most of them now are caused by human errors. So we should have technology making the cars more forgiving for human behavior, which we cannot probably change that much.
Lightning round real quick. 2050, European Commission has in some form projected an accident-free zone in the EU. Do you buy it? Is it possible?
I think it's good to have a vision that you have to improve, and I mean speculating how far down you will come, it doesn't bring anything. I think we should just do our most to reduce accident. I think we have a similar review where we have defined a vision 2020, nobody should die or be seriously injured in a Volvo. I think that's the only vision you could have, zero.
That's pretty ambitious in itself.
It's ambitious, and what's important is that you should have the direction towards zero. And I think autonomous drive is a very important means to reach that. But we know already today, if you compare in the statistics in Sweden, for example, the risk of being injured or dying in a Volvo is about 50% compared with an average car. So I think we have been working since 1927 and we see result of that. So I think there's more to do, and now there is new technology, which of course is perfect for us. This is an area that fits our brand, and then here we want to be leaders.
Can you maintain your leadership as the safe, protecting brand, or is the commoditization of autonomous technology from all these vendors going to put you more on equal footing with competitors?
Yeah, but I think that has always been the case. So it's the same thing. You have to prioritize and choose the areas where you want to be leading, and try to be smarter and faster. And I think also having a strong brand helps us to focus. All of our 20,000 people working in Volvo knows safety is important. Autonomous drive is a perfect thing for us because we can take a step more. So there will be ideas, and it's an area where I don't have to push too much. There is coming up ideas all the time because everybody knows this is our theme. This is where we will be winners in the future.
Hakan, thank you for your time.
Thank
Ladies and gentlemen, Hakan Samuelsson, President and CEO of Volvo.